Happy Friday, my babies. You made it. And Daddy's here to walk you to the weekend. It's Travis Terrell. It's We Are Live.
I'll take it. Good morning, everybody. Chris Simmons, Travis Terrell. We are live, fresh off our target practice live evening.
Watch out, get down, head to the chopper. Bazooka, bazooka.
Got a lot to get into today. We also have guests galore. Heather McDonald, Juicy Scoop podcast. You know her from Chelsea Lately back in the day. She's been on here before, been a few years, but she shot a funny video for us as well. Sam Lyons dropping by. We'll do some Make It Racist with Samuel. He was on target practice last night. We'll get his opinion on the show from Flyover. And then Dana Gould, amazing comedian, amazing writer, very talented. We're going to do a special conversation with him at noon. Dana's at Helium all weekend long. Excited to be here, but more excited to say hello to the silver-haired goddess.
Oh, boy.
Aunt Chris Gardner.
Where
Good
is
morning,
he?
Chris.
Where is he? Coo, 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 coo. Oh, there he is.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Good morning, Walnuts.
Yeah. Put the nuts on the wall.
And fuck you, JC Sabala.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. You got a bit of the horn from the bull last night?
As soon as
Wow,
I
why
walked
are you so
in.
mad?
As soon as I walked in.
You want to set the scene?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wearing my normal clothes. Walk into Atomic Cowboy last night
Mm-hmm.
to see you gentlemen put on quite a fine show.
No, thank you.
And I have my jacket on. I have one of my flat caps on.
Oh, nice. The little,
Yeah,
like what Tom Watson used to wear back in the day.
Tom Watson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you just saying white
I
golfers?
no, not at all. I'm just referencing,
Because-
Payne Stewart used to have one.
You seem
And
to
so,
be on used to. Is he alive or dead?
Well, he is no longer with us.
No, he is not.
Mm.
He died tragically in a plane accident. Thank you.
Branson, Missouri? Or Springfield? Where's he from? Marshfield.
I don't know where that one is.
Merrimack Caverns.
My dad was in an
Pacific.
amateur bodybuilding competition in Merrimack
Okay.
Caverns.
All
A
right.
caveman competition.
Oh, sweet
You had
God.
8:05 for
Yeah.
Gardner to take it to that direction.
I shaved his back for that
Okay.
Oh, boy.
one. So I walked in with my flat cap, and JC right away goes, "Oh, Gardner, are you here to invent the game of golf?" And I laughed because it was really funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't even say hello to you." And I go, "Well, I guess everyone's in the mood to roast tonight."
Mm-hmm.
Were they ever?
Roast they were. Yeah, it was a fun show. Atomic.
Hey, man, don't say it just like that. Say it like it was from your balls. Tell me how you told me last night. How was the show last night, Chris?
Off the Chizazane.
Thank you.
Was it lit?
It was Lithuanian.
Crowd was great. You know what? Big shout out. Like, the performers obviously crushed it. Crowd was great. Venue was great. Flyover people are great. Shout out to Emily Hickner for keeping things running right. But the judges crushed it. That was a big part of it. If you got judges that get it, I didn't have to sit there and coach them, all that stuff. Big shout out to the judges. You know who they were? Matt Whitener. Obviously know him.
He is a basically stepbrother of the family.
Or the blood brother that you weren't aware of that's
Oh, that when Daddy
kicking ass at all the sports.
when
you
Dad
know,
went down
he's
to
real
Destin,
happy.
Florida.
Yeah.
He was the first African American to break the color barrier at Destin, Florida, and then Matt Whitener
Whitener
shows
appears,
up,
yeah.
and you're just like,
He's the golden child.
hey, wait a minute, Dad, we got some conversations.
Our new friend Daniel Hill from the Riverfront Times.
Very nice guy, very funny
Very
guy,
funny, very good.
Yeah.
Quips. He knew
very
it.
witty.
He was witty, yeah.
Wit.
He was.
He had the wit.
He had it rocking. And then Scrub. Scrub was great too.
Scrub was great. Scrub was
He's,
outstanding. He was
he's
a lot of fun.
He got last time he was in the Grove. He headlined Grove Fest. So very nice of him to to jump on as a judge. I thought that was perfect, and it was just a good fit, right?
I think everybody's personalities fit. The outer towners got it quickly. It didn't take them long to figure out how the game was played. The audience was absolutely into it. Great turnout. It was a lot of fun, and it really is great to see something that we kind of started off as a segment, turn into a live show, continue to evolve into something that's now entertaining, people who don't necessarily know us or even listen to the show every day. So that's kind of cool.
It works well as a live event.
Yes, it does.
Works very well.
Yes, it does. And I think there are even elements that we didn't get a chance to showcase last night that involve more audience engagement. So it truly is a live show experience. It's something to be shared with a large group of people.
I will say, Emily Hickner was introducing everything last night, kicking things off, and going through the sponsors. And she
Yes.
got to the last one,
Yeah.
which I didn't realize they were sponsoring stuff going on there. But it was our newest sports team here in St. Louis, the Battlehawks.
Oh, they got some little ad. They got to put little ads in, huh?
yeah, and
We got Battlehawks koozies in our artist.
Oh, I haven't
bag.
checked inside the bag. I was like,
Yeah.
man, if it ain't
so
marijuana, I ain't tripping.
she said that, and I was sitting kind of middle at the time, and I let out a caw.
Was that you?
Yeah,
Did anybody else follow
I
you?
think someone
There
else.
were a
might have
few
done
people
it.
there. I've
I
heard
heard
I
the
did
bag.
it twice. I did
Okay.
it twice.
I felt like I heard 2 or 3 other people caw.
I was smiling.
Okay.
That's
Made
good.
me smile.
Yeah, that was funny. Zach and the good folks over at Flyover got the actual Battlehawks involved.
Caw.
I like the venue a lot.
That was great.
I don't often get to the bootleg, but the venue was really cool. I enjoyed that. Very intimate space.
I didn't know that space was there actually.
Yeah, they
I,
had
it-
concert
they
I've,
do a ton
um,
of concerts there.
I've
Just
been on the patio like in the summertime, which
very
is
nice.
fantastic.
Very nice. It's a very nice space. They do a good job of utilizing that space because they'll have the outdoor concert, the indoor concert. They have the outdoor patio and the bar. And then you got a little dance club and you got a little restaurant side. So and you got now a concert venue side. So it's a really nice setup down there on the
A
Grove.
nice fire going out
It
back.
was really nice. The Grove is what I want for Del Mar Loop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want it to be vibrant with people walking up and down the street, shopping, dining, going to events.
And
I
then-
would love for the Grove to return. The Del Mar Loop to return to
When
that.
you look over the past 10 years, and I believe the Grove area, I don't remember exactly what the neighborhood is called.
Tower Grove or Forest Park, Southeast.
Is
It's the
that it?
dumbest-
Okay.
It's the most frustrating. It is.
Yeah.
It's up there with Chettledom.
Yeah.
Right. Which is
Forest
why
Park Southeast is better
which is
because
why
you think like
we
Yeah.
once played the game on the radio side.
yeah.
Is it a St. Louis city neighborhood or a St. Louis County apartment complex?
Right. Yeah.
Because
Because you're
we look at things differently in the city with neighborhoods and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we do
But
though.
and I think I've said it before, but it's so nice, especially when you look at the transformation over the last 10 years. Like going even from my neighborhood in the Central West End, and if you're driving or however you're going through the Grove and seeing what's happened there and have stuff going on, it's built up, and then like even into the hill then at that point.
Right.
So it's like there's no break
Right.
in like the neighborhoods now in that area. It's just like neighborhood.
Right.
And I like that's very nice to see in
It
this
is really
in this
cool.
area. And a lot of that, I mean, Cortex has helped, but also what people have been able to do in the Grove itself and take advantage of those things, even residentially now.
Well, not only
It's been
that,
great.
and even from the business standpoint, you guys are obviously smarter than me when it comes to those type of things. But one thing I enjoy more than anything is how there is this creation of culture now as well. So it kind of there's this vibe and energy now and things to do along the Grove that invites everyone, often of all ages. So if you start to put more of those type of communities throughout parts of St. Louis, I think it'll be beneficial for the city as a whole.
Most certainly.
No more civic breakdown.
It was fun last night. I love Flyover. Flyover is so dope.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
great.
think I love seeing those type of things grow. And I think anytime you can shine a spotlight on what we've talked about for several years now, being on the radio and podcast side, how great the comedy scene here is in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I think we got a great taste of that last night through Target Practice. Sam will come in and join us and tell us more about that as well. But I think the comedians had fun. I
Absolutely.
think the audience had fun. So if you can accomplish those things, I think that makes for a great live event.
I do want to say we've got Lisa letting us know we need to read the fishbowl roast. Yeah, we were running a little short on time, and we were going to have the audience roast Travis and I. I made the executive producer decision. Got to drop it. So I just handed out the beer we were going to give away.
But we'll
physically
read
hand-
those.
But well, there's a stack of them, and somebody took them out of the bowl. So I think they're there. You have them?
I have them. I told you this last night. I was like, hey,
You didn't tell me.
I told you guys when we were sitting in that little
Where are they?
semicircle, and they're in my tote bag.
Go get them.
They're
Let's
my-
do it.
Oh, I don't have my tote bag. I didn't bring my tote bag with me.
Where Is it
But
at
I
home?
have them. I have my tote bags
Okay.
at home. Yeah.
So maybe on Monday.
Yeah, I can do that.
All
Yeah,
right, we'll
we
do
can
that.
read it.
Okay, because like I didn't realize it.
I was like, who took those out
No,
of there?
Well,
I-
it didn't make sense. Here's what I'll say.
Uh-huh.
I was talking with Sam and his girlfriend, and his girlfriend said, "Oh,
Ooh.
I wrote this thing down."
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's funny." I go. Then it hit me as we're standing there after the show. I'm like, "Oh, I should gather those and we can read those on the air." And they were like, "Yeah, go do that." And then that's when I started searching. And I guess I didn't put.
Maybe I probably wasn't clear enough. I was trying to
I
get
don't
out
know,
the door. was
and I
trying to
might
get
not
back
have been
home.
paying attention to what
Yeah,
you were saying.
but yeah, I have
mean, you
them.
were high as fuck, so.
I wouldn't say as. I was high for a medium.
Oh,
level.
that was medium.
That was.
Okay.
But no, I have them. In fact, we want to read them together on Monday.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I have them though.
Yeah.
They're in my tote bag.
I'll
I just
send
didn't
you a
bring my tote
reminder
bag today.
text.
Massive,
Bring
Please
the
do.
tote bag.
Yeah, the tote bag.
massive shout out to Casually Molly, Ms. Molly Ambergy. She hosted both Happiest Hour and Free Comedy Thursday at Gastropit. That went really well. The folks, I stopped by Happiest Hour. Pauline from Young Professionals at Gateway Pet Guardians, the dog, star of the show. She was there. It was a good crowd. They had a good time there, and then Gastropit went really well. So big shout out to everybody for making last night just a success all around. Everybody had a good time.
And once again, congratulations to Angela Smith, as you see right here.
She was your champion. Takes home the gold and $200. Beats out Brad Sativa out of Nashville in the finals in a split decision final. It went to the final judge. Scrub went off the audience reaction, and local hero Angela Smith becomes the fourth ever target practice
We
champion.
got to get Brad and Scott back though for a show.
Ooh, Scott Easton out of Huntsville, Alabama.
I tell
Very
you what,
funny guy.
I
And
tell you what. Yeah.
that was a tough. That's what's fun though. You get Angela versus Scott in the first round. Some people thought Scott should have moved forward.
I just enjoyed the creative writing from Scott and Brad. They were just so very original and funny. They were sharp. They were, and then Brad's cadence with the with the Jesse Smollett.
How'd he start it?
I
Still,
can't.
come
but
on.
I'm not. That's his
Reenact
bit.
it.
It's his bit.
No,
I don't want
it
to
was
steal his bit.
It was a phrase.
No, I don't. That's not
He
appropriate.
said this N-word. Jesse Smollett was one of the topics, and he would just start each joke saying, "What'd he say? Come on."
Well, you know what? Let it be a tease for when we have the audio. We actually got a little bit of the audio from the event
Okay.
last night, so
We'll
maybe
play that on
we'll-
repeat.
Yeah, we'll do it. Well, damn it, Chris! Don't encourage people. But yeah, we'll have that available.
I'm not bleeping it out.
That's fine. We'll have it available sometime next week or so. So
Yeah.
we'll be able to do
You
the
guys-
audience burns, and we'll do a little bit of audio
You guys
as well.
had quite the stage presence too.
Oh wow!
Breaking barriers.
Wow!
Look at that.
It could not be a more forced fake hand holding.
Look how far apart you are.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
If you saw someone holding hands that far apart walking down the street, I mean, that
it would
just-
be
that's awkward.
a mad 4-year-old wanting to go to the candy store and not being allowed to by their mother.
That's gonna be in somebody's really nice math book one day.
That's going to be at the front of they're going to do a retrospective on gay culture in the Grove.
That's gonna be
and that's
the
going to be
accidental picture
the
that
that's going to
people
be
talk about,
the headline photo.
Mm-mm-mm.
Relatives will be calling me. We knew it. What? No, you what?
All my friends would be like, "But all the white men, you chose Chris."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't." Yeah,
So
you
sloppy.
take what you got there. You take what you have there.
Settle. And then his family would say the same thing.
Yeah, probably.
And friends would say.
You couldn't get a one. You couldn't get
And
one that was
friends. Wow.
get one that was already in the league. Like 30% of the NFL players.
I wanted to mention too. Me being out back there last night caused an issue for me this morning.
Oh boy.
Because I went out back to smoke some,
Mm-hmm.
and I was by the fire pit, so I decided, oh, you know what? I'm not going to wear the same flat cap. I'm not going to wear the same jacket or jeans that I wore last night because they're going to need a wash. And you really can't Febreze out smoke pit smell. You know what I mean?
It's
It,
kind of
it takes a wash.
You gotta take a couple washes and then forget about it in the corner
Yeah.
for a month.
It takes a clean.
Yeah.
So it was going to take a cleaning for me. So I switched up the jacket I was wearing, jeans and everything like that this morning. And I take the bus to work.
Oh no.
And I get here.
Oh no.
And I'm walking in, or getting ready to walk in. I
Oh,
grab for the
no.
door and I'm like, oh, I need my keys.
Oh no.
Put my hand in my pocket. Keys aren't there. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because normally I leave everything in my coat and then just put the coat on in the morning. This is part of the process. I'm a process-oriented person.
Amen.
Some would say obsessively compulsed.
Therapist would too.
Okay.
Sociopath.
Yeah.
someone
Yeah,
would
yeah.
also maybe use that word.
Yeah, but sociopaths can be functional.
Okay.
They're not all serial killers.
No, no, not.
Um,
Not all.
so I realized this is an issue
Right.
at that point. Now, why I wanted to bring this up too is kind of what goes into the decision-making process and ultimately leads you to a decision. Because my thought was, oh, okay, all right, I screwed this up. What do I do? Do I just text Chris and say, hey, I'm here early. I don't have my stuff. If you can be here a few minutes earlier, that'd be great so I could get in. Because I wasn't going to text you, Travis, because it wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
So no offense, but it just
No.
it wouldn't have helped
The situation.
the situation.
Right.
So I'm going through this thought process, and that's my first one. And I'm like, because I'm thinking, okay, I got my coffee with me. I bring a canister of coffee with me every morning, make it at home. Like, I'll just have my coffee. I'll have a few cigarettes, and then it'll be fine. But then I realized, oh shit, I left my cigarettes at home.
Oh, now we're talking a meltdown.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, oh, no. It's going to be okay. I'll just go to the gas station over here, get some cigarettes. The walk will kill some time while Chris gets here a little early and helps me out, gets me in here. And then I'm like, oh, shit. I left my wallet at home.
No. So that's when.
So the decision basically was made when I couldn't buy cigarettes
Jesus.
that I needed to go home. So I got an Uber back to the apartment and back to here this morning because I needed my cigarettes. I would have been fine if I had
know
cigarettes. I wouldn't have gone back home. But since I couldn't purchase cigarettes to
Yeah.
get to have while I was outside, I was like,
Yeah.
no. We're not going to deal with that anxiety.
No.
I'm going home. I'm
Yeah.
getting my stuff. And I had to I called my building manager at 7 in the morning to let me into the building. I knew he would be up though, so it was okay. And he let me in and got my stuff and got back down here. But
Okay.
I would have just stuck around if I had my cigarettes
Yeah.
or could have purchased cigarettes.
No, I
But
get it.
since I couldn't or didn't, I went back home.
No, that's like a dead cell phone as you wait in line at TSA. You're just like, shit, I need this right now. Like, this should be charged.
Mm-hmm.
So I absolutely understand where you're coming from there.
So that's what led to my decision.
Yeah,
I just found it curious
that
as I
level
was.
but
as
that, you're talking about tiers of anxiety.
Yeah.
You were okay with hitting tier
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you're right.
And then, but you're just like, oh, okay, now my cup runneth over.
Okay.
It's going into the other tier.
But then I'm like, okay,
That-
it's going to be
DEFCON.
okay so I can get these.
Right.
No, I can't. Tier 3.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Right.
We got to go home.
Right.
I got to find a way in.
Right. If the Russians are mobilizing troops, that's one thing.
Hmm.
If the Chinese Air Force is now on standby, now you gotta get out of bed.
I have an older friend who's in the National Guard, and when he talks about or was in the National Guard, and says when he's like in his mid-70s. I asked him to describe his service, and he was like, well, we kept the Russians out of Belleville. And that's all he ever
hilarious.
says to describe.
I mean,
Yeah.
are you supposed to argue with that?
No, I was like,
I don't
Not
see
at
anything.
all.
That's why I asked him about
There's-
it.
there
Who
are
am
no-
I to judge? I have not
Yeah.
served. He has.
There's no curious,
Clearly.
like, pockets of dudes named Vladimir walking around Belleville, right? Isn't that funny? In some of the South American countries and stuff, you're like, how did this happen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you end up with beef stroganoff on a Brazilian buffet.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it. Okay, so this is the sick and twisted mind that you live with.
Yeah, I was realizing and kind of smirking and laughing at myself this morning as I was able to get that first cigarette in. I'm like,
It's a sad existence, but an understandable one.
but it's in existence.
It is. That's why.
Nonetheless.
I don't blame
I
you.
don't say it's right or wrong. I just say it is.
Okay.
That's what we're left with.
That's
Sometimes.
Chris Gardner, everybody. And Chris Gardner, might I suggest St. Louis Counseling Services?
Oh, you might.
They can help you through whatever you need. stlouiscounseling.org. I'm so upset for you.
Pardon?
Online,
My
check it out.
stars.
You can see their capabilities. Individuals, businesses, schools alike, all income levels are welcome. St. Louis Counseling Services. Check them out online. Check out the podcast, Mental Health Matters, whenever you get some time as well. Chris Gardner, Travis Terrell. My name's Chris Denman. Our friend Heather McDonald's going to be in shortly. Again, one more shout out last night to all the great stuff that was happening around town. Flyover's still going on all weekend, so you guys can go check that out and support some local and national comics that are coming through. It looked like they're just, in addition to our show, Sashir Zamata, she's an SNL alum. She had a packed show. Our friends auditioned for Just for Laughs over at the Improv Shop. Overall, just a really great night. So, big thanks to everybody in the Grove.
I had a question that not regarding any of that, but a question that I saw. A question that arose because of something I saw on Twitter last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the answer yet.
Okay.
But it involves a gentleman you guys filled in for before on the radio side, Frank Cusimano.
Oh, Goose.
One of his coworkers, Ahmad Hicks, tweeted out a still image of something Frank was doing for his segment, Frankly Speaking, on KSDK.
Oh boy.
Now, I don't have an answer as to what is going on with this yet. I only have the picture.
Okay.
I'm listening.
And this is the picture. And I don't know what the F Frank is doing here.
You describe each photo, Gardner.
Well, the first one is just that basic disguise with glasses, eyebrows, big nose, mustache.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one classic one you think of. You know,
The Groucho Marx.
yes,
Yeah.
I once saw a guy swimming in a pool. Where was it? The Adams Mark. I was swimming in the Adams Mark pool.
How hammered were you?
I don't think I was at this time. And I was so shocked by a gentleman I saw swimming there who had the face that looked exactly like this disguise
Oh, no.
that I couldn't stop staring at him because I'm like, his face is that disguise. Like, I just stared at him because I was so fascinated by the way he looked. So that's one picture. Then the middle one, Frank is wearing some sort of trooper outfit. State trooper, I guess. Shirt's a little baggy. Doesn't fit him too well. Obviously didn't get it tailored at Savile Row.
It kind of looks like he's one of the scoutmasters from Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call because that is not a well-fitting shirt.
No. Like he's kind of a low rent Mountie.
Yeah.
Right.
I just noticed he has the same pants and belt in all of these too. And then the third one is, I guess he's a priest. So,
Think he's Jesuit?
huh?
Is he Jesuit?
He did go to DeSmet Jesuit High School. I don't know if he does that anymore though. He might be just more Christian than Catholic now.
Just more judgy.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know what it is, but
So Frank Cusimano, media star.
Yeah.
Travis, why is this happening?
this has me intrigued though. I will say this. It has me intrigued. Charlie Marlowe of the Two Fox tweeted out it must be sweeps for something like this to be going on.
That's
So
hilarious.
it says it feels real sweepsy, I think is what Charlie
is
said.
anybody more St. Louis than Frank Cusimano?
It's I mean, his family's got a restaurant that's been a staple in St.
Right?
Louis.
I think he's
for-
he's Mr. St. Louis almost at this point.
Chris, Travis, I heard terrific things when you filled in.
He
Have a
was
great
he
day.
was he's just a delightful individual that is so St. Louis.
I'm gonna have to text him this morning with this picture, and just let him know. I mean, am I not supposed to comment about this? And he can't see what I'll say anyway because I'm blocked.
This is also true.
He did reference when I saw him at the Billikens game the other day that he might unblock me soon. But
Yes.
we'll see.
During the
developing.
election cycle? That's going to be, I don't know. Frank knows what he's getting himself into.
Yeah, because I used my Trumpy Bear term last night on Twitter
Oh,
too.
boy.
He might need something from you. Maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah, he's helped me out though too. We are very different people, but we get along conversationally.
Yeah. Tell you what,
we can handle each other.
we'll break
It's
down.
kind of fun.
We'll break
actually.
down Frank Cusimano's outfit a little more. Do we want to take a real quick break and get our guest in here? What do you think, Gardner?
Oh, we can do that if you'd like.
Okay, we'll take a quick break. Chris Dem and Travis Strelitz. We are live. We'll be right back on the other side with Heather McDonald. Welcome back to the show. Chris Emmett, Travis Farrell. It's We Are Live from Midcoast Studio in Grand Center, St. Louis, Missouri. Pleased to be joined by the star of the Funny Bone tonight, Heather McDonald. Welcome back, Heather. Good to have you back in St. Louis.
Thank you for having me. This is fun.
I'm so sorry that you've been cast to us at this point. I know at this point you've had a lot of great career moments, but this has got to be a low, and I apologize for that.
You know what? I'm a Christian, and it's my Christian service to be here and help you guys out. No, this is beautiful. I love this building.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's a really charming, really cool place you're at, so I like it.
Yeah, I agree. Travis, you did a great job putting all this together.
Well, me and my homies put it together in about a couple of weeks, so thank you so much. That means
Good.
a
Looks
lot.
good. Looks good.
Again, go see Heather at Funny Bone tonight. Be very funny. You're doing 2 shows, and then you're gone tonight, so this is the only opportunity.
I'm never coming back.
Ever.
So you have
Ever.
to see me tonight at 7:30 and 9:30 at the Funny Bone. Yes.
Funny Bone's a great place to see a show, and then we were just talking about it. You're heading to Nashville tomorrow to do City Winery, you said?
Yes, I have 2 shows in Nashville at the City Winery there, so that'll be really fun
How
too.
crazy is it, too? And again, you live in L.A. The scene out there is what it is. Nashville is more than just the place where Nate Bargatze's from. It's like there's people leaving L.A., New York, to live in Nashville. It's crazy how it's grown, too. And it's a super fun place for people like you to go visit.
Listen, everyone is leaving California. It is, oh my God. Why do you think Kanye's starting his business in Wyoming? Because their taxes are much better than ours, okay?
Okay, so that's the issue then.
Literally, and the homeless problem is so bad.
Yeah.
I just talked to Chris Harrison, don't mean to brag. He's the host of The Bachelor. And he's like, there's these tents, like 4-person tents, like the way they're just allowing them, California's just allowing these people to be on the streets, yet they're trying to film something that we pay money to have a permit filming it. And they're like, you can't have your catering here. But this guy has like a floor lamp.
When you talk about catering,
people just don't understand how bad it is. So it's like, yes, my husband's just like, Kanye knows what he's doing. We are moving. You could do your podcast in Wyoming. I'm like, I am not moving to Wyoming just yet. Okay?
Juicy Scoop live from Wyoming.
Hey,
Okay.
it's a great world. You can move. But no, I love where I live. I've been raised there. And you were asking me about the fires. And so we live in Woodland Hills, which is in the San Fernando Valley, but it's very close to Calabasas, which is close to Malibu and all that. So the fires, as you know, were like everywhere. And so my son goes to the public school in Calabasas.
Oh,
and
no,
my
I'm so
younger
sorry.
son, the younger son goes to the Catholic school in Woodland Hills, which never gets closed.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Because it's like a little concrete area and it's not near. So I'm like, oh my God. So my son goes to the Catholic school and they hate, like it's always like, I hate that turd Drake. Like that's the way they talk about each other. So all of a sudden my son, I go, oh my God. And I see that my son is driven to school to Calabasas and first period, they're like, we're sorry to announce that we have to close the school because of the fires, which it's good that they do that now because you can't what happens if this sweeps over, like the firefighters have to do what they have to do. But I was like, oh my God. So I call my husband and I'm like, Drake is heading back home. Take a different route with my younger son. Because if he sees Drake driving back knowing he's missing another day of school because they keep closing his school and now my other son's school. I'm like, so I'm like, Brandon, I have really bad news. Drake's going to be home for the next 2 days. He's like, I go, you do understand people are like losing their homes. Yeah. Like this is like not the way a Catholic kid should be acting. You should be praying for the people whose homes are closed. Yeah. So luckily, then he'd been home for 2 days and it's like 7 o'clock. And he goes, I want to go to my friend's house. I'm like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean you're going to your friend's house? Where does your friend live? He's like, Calabasas. I'm like, where they've closed the school. You're not driving your car to Calabasas. He's like, it's fine. I checked Google Winds. It's fine. And I'm like, and then I go, God, and you're fighting with your kid. And I go, I know if the rest of the world saw this, they'd be on my side. And I'm like, wait a minute. The rest of the world can see this.
Please tell me you did this.
I went on Instagram Live.
Nice.
And he's behind me. And I'm like, hey, everybody, and also I knew that like to the rest of the world, it looks like California, the entire state's on fire.
Right.
So they don't know that like, it's really not. Okay,
Right.
so I was like, oh my God, you guys. And you see the one kid still in his uniform, like sad in the corner. And my other son is like, oh my God, Mom, you don't. And I go, look, everybody's saying I'm a good mom, that you should stay home, that you should
The
stay
internet
and
says so.
Yeah. And he goes, they don't know you like I know you. Like, it was amazing. It was the greatest moment of my life. I'm like, now every time you piss me off, I'm just going to go on Instagram Live and get all my fans to say that I'm a good mom and that you're staying home.
It's just, and that's
We
so
should
smart
tag you in
because-
all the great mom memes and stuff like
Yes.
that. And him. I'll tag both of you. You and your son.
Exactly.
Oh my
Travis,
God.
what are you saying?
No, I was just gonna say that's very smart. Not a lot of moms know how to utilize the internet to
Not
their
a lot of moms
benefit
have this
against
kind of
their children,
following.
and
Yes,
you found
it's
a
the
way to
way
do
to
it.
go.
You have weaponized the internet against your children. That's impressive.
He needs to
Yes.
be careful. You're going to start doing that face swap thing, and you're like, oh, Mom. You could play him and really mess his day up. Like, I think that's shaming him at that level. Having a
Exactly,
professional comic as a
yes.
mother can turn on you.
I put
So-
them in bits and stuff. I'm like, you're doing this TikTok video. We have to join TikTok
Oh
now.
my
TikTok.
goodness.
And then-
Let's talk about TikTok.
Oh my God, my son goes, I'm not doing TikTok. It's for white girls.
Good news, son. Your mother's a white girl.
They're like, you're too old for TikTok. I'm like, I have to do TikTok. So we start doing TikTok, and I make him do the trending video where it's like, Martha Dump Truck did it. Like, it's some song that they did from the Heathers musical, whatever. So we do it. And it really did get a lot of like views or whatever. So because I'm like I'm a celebrity that's on a new thing, TikTok actually contacts us. And they invite us to the Halloween TikTok party.
Shut up. That's hilarious.
And my husband, who helps manage all this stuff, is like, we have to go to the TikTok party. Like, you're finally like on the ground level of something that's going to be like huge, you know, like, let's just go. And I'm like, all right. Like, okay. So we go, and they like set us up with a car. We go to the place. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to like, this is like a very Hollywood party thing to do. Like, you go to one place, you park, and then they like put you in these vans, because if up in the Hollywood Hills, there's
Yeah.
no place to park. You can't even get like an Uber to drop
It's
you off there.
insane, yeah.
So throughout my life, this has been it. You know, I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm a little old to like be waiting in this line. But luckily, we get in the car, and we're in a car with all these kids, because everybody is young that's going to this TikTok party. And there's some song playing, and it's like, you know, F that P or whatever. Like, it's and this kid goes, oh, remember this song from second grade? And we're
Oh,
like, what?
no.
Well, I'm like, wait. This guy is literally talking about a rap song from second grade that like I haven't even heard. Okay, so then we get to the party. The good news is there was no line for the bar because no one was over 21. So we're like, okay, so we're drinking. Whatever. I do all my TikTok stuff. I meet the person from TikTok. I'm like, okay. I go, Peter, we have to get on one of those shuttles now before it gets too late, you know, because it's going to turn into the Titanic.
Oh, yes.
And people are,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I literally, it turned into the Titanic. I jumped on, I cut in front of people. I'm like, I've got a baby at home. I'm like, what? These kids are like, okay. Just so I like wouldn't be stuck there. I'm like, get me out of here. Like, this is a nightmare.
Travis,
You were like, I'm just thinking of you being on a shuttle with
I was with,
tween
some attitude
influencers.
tweens, yeah.
I was with 3 kids that are like the new Jonas Brothers, and I'm like filming them, and they're singing. They were delightful. They
Yeah.
were adorable. But I was like, oh my God. And my kid, I invited. I got him on the list because I'm like, come on, don't you want to go to the TikTok party? No. I'm like, God. I mean, they have no idea. They have no idea how lucky they are. I'm like, listen, you know, I got to exploit you a little bit. And
Yeah.
don't you want to get a lip kit one day? I mean, come on. I don't have model daughters. Like, you guys aren't even that cute. Like, I've got to put you in a video. Like, let's make this happen. This is a family business. And they're like, I don't want to do nothing, but they'll do it. I pay them $20.
Quite frankly, I appreciate this mothering.
Yeah.
This is good. This is absolutely. I'm trying to think like that is such horseshit that they're holding back on that. Going to Hollywood parties like that. I'm thinking like it was cool if I got to go have a burger with my parents' friends or something at their
But you
stupid
blew off
house.
the St. Louis equivalent would be blowing off a St. Louis Cardinal or blowing off one of the Dream Team members.
Okay, you didn't need to bring that
Yeah,
up in
it's
front
like,
of
yeah,
Heather
'cause
McDonald.
yeah, just go ahead and tell her quickly.
Okay, so I had a moment. I guess I was like 10 or 11, and I
Yeah.
played basketball, right? And I did throw a little bit of a fit. I was told I would be the towel boy or something for like what I was told was a dream team. So all school year, I'm like Shaq, Larry Johnson, all these big stars I'm picturing. And then I find out that it's like the Goodwill Games, and it was the best college stars or something. So I threw a little bit of a fit and said no. And then we went back and looked it up, and it's like, yeah, but then all those guys turned into like the next wave
So you
of stars.
didn't go.
I didn't go
So
out
that's
of
the
protest
equivalent.
because
See, look
I
at
didn't
you.
get
You were
to
the
meet
TikTok
Shaq.
kid.
I'm the TikTok
You were their
kid.
kids.
The modern
not wanting
day.
to go to the TikTok party.
You know
You
what?
have
Maybe
to
one-
force them to do stuff now. You have to, like, literally, like, we're going to go trick-or-treating. And my son's like, I don't think I want to go trick-or-treating. I'm like, 3 of your friends are coming over. You're going trick-or-treating.
right.
We go trick-or-treating. I'm like, aren't you? And he's like, yes, you're a good mom. Thank you for making me do it. Like, you have to make them, because they have, like, such a luxury life now. They can
Right.
talk to their friends. They
Right.
don't have to leave
Because mom's on the
house.
road pumping the cash in.
Yes. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to force them to be social.
What
That's
a-
why I'm going to bring back arranged marriage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Because
I
otherwise
think
these
this is-
losers are never going to find a wife.
All right, let's start picking out a family. What family would you unite with?
Well, I'm going to work on an app,
Okay.
but someone can steal my idea because I'm saying it on the air.
Okay.
It's a modern day arranged marriage, but it's not like a weird, like, religious or like
No,
cultural.
no.
It's like you want to find like-minded like what
Yes.
you grandparent together. So you like have a fun couple. You
Right.
like to rip it in Cabo.
Mm-hmm.
You're not super religious. You're like, they have a daughter that's like age appropriate for your kid, and then you're like, yeah, let's hook up.
Yeah.
We'll hook up the kids when they're like 27. They'll
Right.
start to hang out, and then we'll make this happen. And I've told my sons, I go, if I find like a girl that's like cool, she's attractive, she also makes her own money because they're like cheap and they don't want to be the breadwinner.
Sure.
So I'm like,
Right.
and then I go, and I bring her to you, and you like her enough, then would you marry her? And they're like, yeah, okay, fine.
Oh,
good.
So yeah, I think this generation, it's like right now everyone's doing the apps and nobody's getting together. So I think the younger generation, like my kids, it's gonna have to be us just making it happen.
I think you're on to something here.
I think I'm totally onto
I'm
something.
trying to think comedy-wise. Like, is there a comedian or an entertainer you've worked with that you, even if they don't have the kid, who would you want to pair up with, family-wise? Like, I don't know.
Well,
and
Bert
would you
Kreischer has 2 girls
First of
similar
all,
age.
first of
you
all-
would be willing to go that route?
His girls are nice. They go to the all-girl Catholic high school I went to.
What a
Is that right?
Yes.
I think that's trouble brewing. I mean, like, are you see
That's
what
a-
ripping it in Cabo? That's, I mean,
Yeah,
are you into
buddy.
drinking at 9 a.m.?
I like Bert. Yeah, I like Bert.
He's amazing. He's the
Yeah,
best. Yeah.
but I can tell. But his girls, I think, would be nice. And then the girls have suffered the same way as my boys have suffered by having
yeah.
a comedian
They were
parent.
heavily mentioned in his last special
Yes,
on Netflix.
they were, yeah.
Big time.
What's the
And
general
then Joe
reaction?
Coy's son
Yeah,
is
I
my
just
friend.
saw that.
Joe Coy's son is my friend. Is my son's one of my son's very good friends.
He's got to be, what,
So
like
they went to
16,
the
17
same.
by
Yeah,
now?
they went to the same Catholic school together.
so-
So yeah.
So I have to know, what do they tell you about how they feel about their parents being in the industry and
she-
being so prominent?
And on top of comedy, Juicy Scoop podcast, like, you talk shit. Like, that's fun.
Yeah,
like,
I
that's,
talk shit about them, and it's like that. I think would be really interesting. And one thing I want to do is like get us all together and like interview the kids
Yes,
because,
yeah.
you know, like when the boys were in the same school, because I got Joe Coy's son into my Catholic school, and the boys became really good friends. And all of a sudden, Drake's like, "Yeah, I'm doing the science project with little Joe,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, why the fuck would you pick another comic son to do the science project when you have another son, your other best friend, their dad is a rocket scientist? Like, do not pick Joe Coy's son to do the science project. Like, go hang out, go to Las Vegas with Joe Coy and like hang out when he
Right.
does a show. So my son was obsessed with Joe because Joe would come at on Tuesdays. I'd be like, okay, what do you want to make? What do you want me to make you? And he's like, oh, today's Tuesday. Oh, Joe's not on the road today. He's bringing us lunch. I go, what do you mean?
That's
He'd come and bring lunch
hilarious.
for all the boys, the security guard, everything. And then he'd be like, "Hot, thanks, Dad," and he'd say it right in front of my husband, and we thought it was like hilarious. And so yeah, and then he writes a poem about my favorite comedian, and it was Joe Coy. And I was like, you're such an asshole. I'm like,
I'm going to be honest. Joe,
and then people go, is it hard being a female comic? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, it is hard. It is hard. You do realize I do the
That
same
is
thing
the
as Joe
best.
Coy. I know I'm
That
not
is the
selling out the form.
I was going to say,
but I
That's
provided
the
a nice home
best.
for you.
can you at least respect your son's respect for Joe's ticket sales? Like, I mean, we're talking like 12 nights in one city, and like, I think you need to step down on this one, Heather. I think your son's
know.
got great taste.
That is
I know. I love
hilarious.
Joe. He's great.
That is fantastic. I think that you've figured out a little bit of that of what you can do in regards to solving the
Yes.
parent-kid problem. Other problems around, Travis, I'm curious about this, and I'm not trying to get you revved up too much.
Oh boy.
Since we have you here,
Yes.
you have to have some Trump stuff, right? There's been there's overlap.
Trump comedy.
Any kind of dish. No. I'm talking like, have you had an experience with that guy around? Have you been?
Yes.
I knew you would. I figured you would.
All right. This is an exclusive.
Oh my.
Pan to her camera, please.
Because, as you know, being from California, being in LA, people want to try to say that you like support Trump, and then they'll say you can never work in this town again. Okay, so I don't, but I have met him twice, and I don't know if I can tell you guys this.
I'm gonna need to hear it.
So my son plays golf. So about 4 years ago, it all of a sudden they're like, oh, his little golf junior PGA is going to go to the Trump golf course in Palos Verdes, and Trump's going to be there, and we're going to present him with a shirt. This is before he was even running for president. Okay. And so my son is like the tallest one, and the guy liked him the best. And so there is a photo of my son with the Trump shirt holding it next to Trump. And I'm like, if this ever gets out, I will never work again. And, and I'm like, but my son thinks that's pretty freaking cool. Like, I mean, it is the president, whatever you want. Like, it's the president. But I mean, and it's like you can't help but like it's comedy. I mean
Man. He's not getting
that
into
Jimmy
USC.
Kimmel bit. Oh my God! About do you see the mashup of? I mean, that is hands down the funniest. Whoever put that together, they should just get an Emmy for that. That is the funny. No matter how you feel about Trump, you could love him. You will not keep yourself from laughing. It's the
so
funniest
true.
thing ever. It's just pure comedy all the time. And I showed it to my son, and he was crying laughing. I'm like, this is just.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but in my act and stuff, I actually don't touch politics
I
or
wouldn't
anything
think you
because
would.
it's just so divisive. And so actually, right before he won is when I said, you know what, Juicy Scoop, no politics,
Yeah.
no politics on the Facebook page, And then it's like one time someone was like, they were like debating on my own Facebook group, like what I was. Because they're like,
Oh,
wait a minute, her
wow.
dad was a Marine and she's Catholic, but she's friends with all these gay people. But da-da-da-da. I'm like, just wonder about it. Because like there was a time when you used to go into in a booth,
Right.
and you wouldn't talk politics and no one would know who you
Right.
voted for. Now everyone spills the beans, and and I'm even like to my friend who's a realtor and stuff. I'm like, stop posting stuff. Stop. You're
Right.
going to turn off. Like, just stop. It's like
Right.
not worth it, And then when you see that, like, Deborah Messing was like, let's get a list
Yeah,
of
she
name of
wanted the
people so
list.
that so we'll know who never to work with. I was like, oh my God, like you're horrible. Like this is horrible.
And not only that, the reality would be half the town would probably shut down if that's the case.
Oh
Because
my-
I would imagine people
peacock
think
so
people
much,
lean so
yeah.
certain way
No,
where
you
people are
don't.
very to themselves politically.
Yeah.
And you may be surprised what they are at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it's like, and you have the right to be like that. And so
Right.
it's just like, yeah, it's just a bit much. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm like, ooh, God, I would love to tweet this, but I'm not stupid. No, 50 retweets is not worth like anything. It's not going to make me money. Forget it. I
no.
don't care. I don't care enough about it.
And
you
that's
know?
what I appreciate that because
Yeah.
you do kind of have to navigate those waters in a strange enough way, I guess, to even just stay relevant, to stay off people's weird radars at times.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to take the time to look into any nuance. They're just going to grab it and run.
Right. And then being a female comic, like I'd get all my fans would be like, I'm going to go see Heather. I'm dragging my husband. I'm like,
Oh,
you're
damn.
dragging your husband. I go, you're not helping the cause.
Rude.
I go, first of all, why did you have more respect for your husband? If you find me funny, wouldn't your husband also find me funny? But it's because the female comics that have a higher profile than me are male bashing. Their specials are male bashing. And so, these poor white straight males,
Thank you.
they're afraid they're going to be triggered.
Thank you.
And I want them to know that my shows are a safe place for you.
Aw.
Safe place for you. Thank you.
This is Heather looking out for me.
But that's what I mean.
Take
Finally.
that, take that, Terrell.
I'm
Finally.
like, but I was like, if your husband came home and it's like, I got tickets to see, Chris Rock or whatever. I'm like, you girls would all get a blowout. You'd be excited. It's date night. I'm like, so just let your husband. But so now I kind of felt like, oh, maybe that's the issue. I have to actually spell it out that I don't do politics. I don't male bash.
Right.
Both my sons have been showing straight tendencies since they were little. So, I'm pretty positive they're straight, unfortunately. I was hoping one would be gay.
Right.
Who else is going to take me to brunch every Sunday 20 years from now?
Yeah.
But I'm a Christian, and I have to accept them the way they are.
As
So,
straight white males.
so I want there to be a place in society for them.
Gotta carve out
I don't want,
something
yeah.
for
So
them.
I do protect your kind, and it is safe.
You're too good to me. I'm so proud of you and all of the
Yes.
work that you've done. Oh, wow. I wanted to go back and touch on some of the, I guess, parts of you diving in headfirst to this movement and protecting people like me.
Yes.
But I think we've covered it all. And I
Yes,
think you are a wonderful person. You're going to get my nomination for the next.
Thank you.
Can you get behind her, Trev?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is there, by the way, before we let you go, is there a reality show you would suggest right now for maybe myself or our listeners?
To
And the
watch?
Yeah, to watch. Like, because I am really getting into Real Housewives now. Like, I'm late to the.
Which
the
is your
train.
favorite?
I have a Real Housewives comment as well.
Can I
Don't
tell
let
you
me
because
forget.
Atlanta just started?
Yes.
And that's
Of
going to
course,
bring it.
of
And so
course.
a couple of the other ones can be a little boring.
Okay.
But there's like real shit going on with them and the husbands and the marriages and stuff.
Okay.
The first one showed and it was like everyone had babies. And I don't like it when I see too many young kids. Like I want to see like fighting and like
Yes.
money. But, it looks like it'll be really
Okay.
good.
Okay.
And then New York is always really good. And
York is
Beverly
good,
Hills.
yeah,
Those are
okay.
the three best, I think.
Are you
Yes.
surprised she suggested Atlanta to you?
No,
You
because
think
Atlanta.
it's just because you're black?
Well, yeah.
I'm telling you, though.
No, I don't.
I'm telling you,
I've
that
I've
brings
actually,
it.
yeah, I've seen Miss Nene Leaks, and I enjoy that. Is she off this now? Is she on the season?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like, I just see
I think
something-
she's
okay.
coming around, but like Candy's my favorite.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And because Candy's always looks like, she does all these faces all that. Like she's funny. Like she's good.
So, okay, so hitting close to home, things.
Oh, but what other reality show I was
Please,
going to
please.
say is 90 Day Fiance.
Okay, now see, I've
Oh,
missed
That's
that.
What is
something
that?
that like couples can watch together. It'll make you very grateful.
Is it
I just
exactly how
started
it
watching.
sounds?
Well, it'll make you very grateful to be an American because
Oh,
people
God, yes.
are coming here and fucking some of our most unattractive citizens just to be
get
here.
into this country.
So it'll make you, and in this climate,
Yes.
you need to watch that show
Yeah.
and like
Speaking of-
wave
I just
the
watched
flag.
the one with the guy. I think he's trying to get. He's from Nigeria, trying to get to the States, and the lady.
Oh
that
my God,
she is-
Michael!
Yeah, she's
Michael!
like-
Her name's Angela.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, but he's only 30. And so his mom is there, and they're like, I need to have a baby,
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, I'm 53, but I'll say I go. So they go to a fertility clinic in
Yeah.
Nigeria, which I don't think is the country renowned for fertility. I think.
Fertility clinics.
So she goes and she's like, well, they said my uterus is beautiful. I can tote a baby. I just need a fresh egg. She only had one egg left, and it was like hanging for dear life. So she calls her daughter. She's like, you got to give me Michael an egg. And the girl's like, no. Like, you are the worst couple ever. So it's
Oh
pretty
my
entertaining. Pretty entertaining.
All right, we'll get Travis into that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. How about this? This is hit close to home recently. St. Louis. We've got there's celebrities and stuff from here, but like the athletes here are kind of they like staying here after they're retired,
Right.
Because nobody really bothers them. They can have a good time.
Are we going to get into Megan King
We
Edmonds
certainly
and Jim
are.
Edmonds?
Can we talk about this?
Well, first of all, last time I was here, I went and had lunch with Megan King Edmonds.
I figured you probably knew
And
her.
I know her, and I went to her candle party. When she did a candle party,
Why'd
I
you
was
say it like that?
just it just was like I don't think she's still pursuing candles,
I
but
didn't-
when
yeah.
you're a housewife, you got to like have like a product. And she's really nice. I went to her baby shower.
I've been around
So
her.
she
She's
moved
super
out
nice.
here, and this is just a big mess.
It is.
It's a big mess. So she has a little girl and twin boys. He was caught sexting someone. a few months ago,
Right.
which it got out there.
Which was made very public, right? And
Very
Megan,
public, and then she had to like go, hey, we're working on it, and everyone's like, yeah, we get that. Like you have 3 little kids. One is like a little special needs, so she's just figuring that out, which is hard. And but then it all exploded. He just filed for divorce, and according to her, she had no clue. So she's like, he obviously is working on it for a while. Then she claimed that it was because he was seeing their nanny.
Oh boy.
And
Oh,
the
boy.
nanny, said, no, we weren't. But then she did another interview and said, okay, so you're at a hockey game with him till 1:30 in the morning, and you've removed all the text messages between the two of you. So if it wasn't, maybe it wasn't fair, but it was inappropriate with your boss, So then, so that was one thing. Then she's like, and the saddest part is poor little Aspen, the 3-year-old little girl, her iPad is gone because he had to take it so that she couldn't see the text messages on the iCloud.
Jimmy Ballgame.
But I also think can't you just get her another iPad at this point?
I mean,
Like,
I think if you check his career earnings, I think he could figure out another.
the iCloud thing is one of the juicy. Okay, so you know how like every school now, every kid has an iPad.
Sure.
Okay. Well, when the iPads first started at our school, there was the kids were all in church. This is a true story.
Yeah.
Okay, at our Catholic school, the kids were all in church. The iPads are on everyone's desk, and the teachers in the room, and this thing pops up, and it's a photo
Oh no.
of a vagina.
Oh no.
So they immediately take the iPad, they call the mother, and they're like, your son is like about to be expelled. Like, what is this? She was sexting her vagina to her boyfriend, and it got somehow caught up in the iCloud on his iPad.
Mom's
Oh no, Mom.
Mom's V.
Now that's the kind of juicy scoop that my podcast is looking for.
That's
Those
what
are
I'm
the stories that I can't get enough of.
That's amazing.
It really is.
Mom's
fantastic.
puss made it to the elementary school.
Yes.
Elementary school.
Yeah, it was.
Oh boy.
He didn't see it. Nobody saw it. Thank God, because they were in
Okay.
church at the time. I mean, the irony
Thank
is amazing.
God,
Like,
right.
I go to church like once a week.
If it
whatever.
was a high school, the other kids, like, what's your mom's number? Like, thank God, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been.
Heather McDonald. This is what you're going to get at the Funny Bone tonight.
You really are.
Yeah.
There's so much. I talk Juicy Scoop. I do exclusive scoop right there. But for the Megan King Edmonds, Jim Edmonds, I don't think they'll ever get back together. Do you know what he just did last night? 2 nights ago? Do you know the latest?
He wasn't at our comedy show last night, so he's up to no good.
He was at your comedy show?
No, he wasn't. I said he was
Oh,
not
he
there,
wasn't.
so
Okay,
I didn't
well,
see him.
not last night, but the night before, Wednesday night, I guess. Megan, this is all on Us Weekly, so I'm not. Megan went out to have a couple drinks with her friends and
Here?
have some dinner. Here,
Yeah.
And he watched the kids. She came home. He's like, do you want me to stay the night on the couch? She's like, no, goodbye, leave. She goes, starts washing her face. It's 10:30 at night. Knock, knock. The police are there. Hi, we're doing a wellness check. Your husband thinks that you're too drunk to take care of the kids tonight. And so they talk to her for a few minutes, and they're like, okay, you're fine. She's like, yeah, I'm fine.
Jimmy
I just washed my
Ballgame.
face. It's 10:30 at night. I'm 33 years old. Like, I had 2 drinks with my friends, and I'm home, and my babies are asleep. Like, so I'm that
This is
move
getting nasty.
of all of it. I thought that was the biggest dick move. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, really?
Of all the highlights from his playing days, that one would be in the top 5 as well. Like, that's a move like no other.
Like now,
That's-
like no matter how people felt about her, now every woman is like, oh hell no, she can have 2 wines. She can have 2 wines. It's Wine Wednesday.
Wine Wednesday.
What bar do you think she was at?
I don't want to put that establishment on the
Napoli.
spot. I don't know.
For sure.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
probably at
sure.
Napoli, right?
What is
I
that,
just-
like a little bit of a cougar did?
It
it's
is.
a-
Not a cougar. She's too
no,
young. She's
no, no,
too
no.
young to be
Pretty
a
much
cougar.
is.
No,
She's
she
only
is.
like 32 or something.
But no, that's kind of the place I'm picturing.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
she was there. Yeah. Heather McDonald at Funny Bone tonight. What else do we need to look forward to? You got the podcast crushing
Yeah, so it's
it.
called Juicy Scoop. It's every Tuesday and Thursday. I just did such a juicy one. The latest one up right now is, do you remember, now you guys are a little young for this, do you remember the Preppy murder case? It's such a juicy murder.
Vaguely.
So it was about a rich kid in Manhattan in the 1986.
Okay.
And my friend from theater and acting was his girlfriend at the time. And he ended up, not her, they got in a fight, and that night he left the bar and he killed this girl in Central Park.
Oh,
They were having
wow.
sex, and he said it was rough sex, and he didn't mean to kill her, but he killed her. And he was really good looking, so like People Magazine put him on the cover, and
Oh, no.
they sex shamed the victim, and so I always knew that my friend was the girlfriend. But there's a documentary coming out next week, so I called her up and I'm like, will you come on my podcast? And she told the whole story of like, because it turned out he wasn't a rich kid. His mom was like a nurse for the Catholic Church, and so the Catholic Church like gave him all these scholarships and all this other stuff. And there's a whole nother juicy side to it where the priest, the cardinal that tried to get him, that wrote a letter that got him out on bail, later on was defrocked for being a child molester.
This is real nasty.
I mean, it's like,
What
it's
a
murder, it's juicy.
crazy
And then I had her telling the whole story. So, like, I have stuff like that. But then, like, on Tuesday, it'll be Fortune Feimster, and we'll be talking about, like, hot
God.
topics. So every episode is kind of different, but
Yeah.
it's always juicy and fun. And so, and then, of course, on my Instagram is at Heather McDonald, and I do really fun videos. And if you like Housewives, I do these Barbie reenactments where I have the Barbies look like them, and I have this woman in Oklahoma that will that makes these dresses for them exactly perfectly.
Shut up.
And was she from
That's
Oklahoma or Kansas? I'm
insane.
sorry, that's so rude for me to mix them
Eh,
up. But
no,
whatever.
no,
It's something.
yeah.
It's a place where she has time to make Barbie outfits. Okay, like,
Standing.
and so then we do, and I do all the voices. So I do these like little Barbie videos, and I do funny stuff. So follow me on Instagram at Heather McDonald. Those
We-
are the two things.
we
And of course,
just-
TikTok.
We
That's
just
awesome.
had
That's
some people ask if you and the Barbies would be at BravoCon this year.
They did not invite me.
That's rude.
I think
Do
they're
you
a
need
little,
us to call Andy?
I think they're a little threatened. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an employee of Bravo, and so I think the people that they have are like from their
Showcasing.
radio shows and their podcasts and stuff. So even though I've completely helped their network, I've made their most hated stars likable. I've
Right.
I've carried that network on my back.
Damn it.
Okay. I'm not going to be at BravoCon, so I don't know why you would bother. You should just go to heathermcdonald.net and come to my show because I bring the Barbies. The Barbies are on stage tonight.
At the Funny Bone.
I bring some of the best
Nice.
Barbies. At the funny, and then in Nashville, the Barbies will be there. I always bring the Barbies, and I hope you appreciate it because it's like a whole nother suitcase I have to deal with. But I do that for you because people love it.
That's who you are.
That's
Keep
awesome.
fighting the fights for me, the
Yes.
straight white male. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Heather.
Thank you so much,
So good to see you. Guys,
And
we'll-
for the gay males, the Barbies will be there.
Okay, now we know. We have a big gay male following because of Travis. We are going to take a quick break, let Heather get out of here. Go see her tonight at the Funny Bone and follow her on Instagram. Heather, so much fun having you.
Thank you. This
Thank you
was
so
really
much.
fun. Cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Bye.
Quick break, guys. Be right back.
So
I've Chris Edmond, Travis Terrell at the Midcoast Studio. Huge thanks to Heather McDonald for stopping by. We were just chatting and enjoying Heather's company during the break. There's some comments. Chris Sear giving us trouble for taking a long break and hearkening for the olden days when there was some sort of loose schedule that would bring us back. Another, my guy Matt is saying like, "Hey, what's up with this break? What's going on?"
I'm sorry. Do they have another Facebook TV show they need to tune into soon? Here?
It's a hot commodity.
You're watching
man.
a goddamn live stream.
Yeah,
All right.
come on. Heather just crushed it. You can see her at
Walnuts.
Funny Bone. Also, a reminder, we've got Dana Gould coming in around noon today. Guys, Sam Lyons is here.
Where?
Fresh off his
Shit.
appearance. Target practice last
Hey.
night. Great job, man.
Thank
that was
you.
a lot
That
of
was
fun.
so much fun.
Yeah, I thought so. It was.
I had no idea what that show was going to be, and it was exactly what I hoped it was going to be.
It was good.
That's
Yeah, not bad at all. Flyover's crushing it on everything.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
Great opening night.
What was your favorite joke? Any particular joke of yours that you enjoyed?
Of
That may have
mine,
been mine about a Travis Terrell at one
I
point.
was pretty.
Son of a bitch.
I was pretty about my mom, but you being my new stepdad.
Yeah.
That was pretty. I was pretty proud of that one. I was kind of frantic. I love my mother. She's such a sweet woman. I can't. I couldn't think of any. I was like texting things to my sister, like, "Hey, is this funny just to us, or am I a bad son? What's going on?"
I figured
Travis?
people at some point had to dig deep and do some soul searching for those.
Yeah, it
What
took
did
a lot.
what did you refer to Sam as?
I said Sam was Don Lemon's side chick.
That's just hurtful.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
It was, and I'm glad guys like Sam and of course Angela winning it. What the idea behind it is to truly let comedians just freaking run with it, and you
Yeah, we
guys
don't put too
absolutely
many
ran
rules
with it.
on
Yeah,
it.
we didn't want to put too many constraints, and we wanted to let you guys run with it. And you guys absolutely killed it. So thank you, sir, for
Thank
doing
you.
that for
Thank
us.
you.
We
It was a
really
good time.
appreciate it.
Yeah, just to put that into context, they found out topics and matchups mere days before this, and that is not
a day and a
easy.
half before.
Yeah,
Let's put-
and oof, man, yeah. So
But whatever
big
it
shout
was,
It's
out
like
to
an
every-
episode of Making the Band. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
What?
I only got one rehearsal. I didn't know there were pyros. I didn't know I could do that.
Man, fuck that show.
Whoa. Really? On the Lord's Day, Gardner? That's what you're gonna? All right. Apologize to King Diddy.
I was gonna say, to be fair, I
Sorry,
do like
King
to put myself
Diddy.
in people's videos. So
Whoever
There
you
you go.
are,
that's a
whoever
reference.
you are, King Diddy.
The Sean Combs of St. Louis.
That's right. there's gonna be a Suge Knight to my Sean Combs at some point. Somebody's gonna call me out for trying to be too
Is
involved
that Chris Sear?
with the people. Yeah,
No
right.
doubt.
Chris Sear would be a great Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Oh man, my nemesis. Oh gosh, and I'm
Yeah.
just physically afraid to like step foot because I heard what he did to Vanilla Ice, and it's like,
I think it'd be funnier if Yale ended up being that.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Yale would be like the he'd be the string puller. Yeah, the purse string.
Just
puller.
for my own
Is this all
personal
going over your
content.
head?
No,
See,
I
these are
think
hip hop figures.
No, I
Oh,
know
thank
who
you.
they are.
Thank
I'm very familiar with them. I
Do you
just
wanna
don't
know
like
about
the way you
rap?
classify Yale Hollander as the overbearing, hey, give me your money figure.
I
thought that,
you
yeah,
caught that?
yeah.
You
thought
caught the
that.
purse
I
string?
think, look, as we
Well,
all
I
know,
better
blacks in
disappear
the
for
Jewish
a
community
while.
are virtually the same. So I got to stand up for my boy Yale. Please show some respect for the community.
Do you think we could
Hey, I'm
auction off
2%.
2% Jewish?
2%.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Heather McDonald left her
Ancestry.com.
Starbucks. Do you think there's like a Real Housewives fan that would buy this?
At least get 50 for it.
Okay, we'll make
I'll
that happen.
run
Well,
this
I'll
out to-
hawk it outside the Funny Bone tonight.
Is
Or
that
does
one
it
of those
go-
holiday cups that people always? Is
Yeah.
that? Oh, those do suck.
Mm.
I don't go to Starbucks. I've never seen one.
Yeah.
Go to a coffee shop outside of Ladue and be like, Heather McDonald.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sure.
oh my God, $2,000.
You met a girl from Ladue, didn't you? That commented on your hair.
Oh yeah, I would.
Don't be so happy
Yeah.
when you're bringing it up.
We didn't practice like Cubans. I didn't
Yeah.
know what was going on. I didn't get a script. No, yeah, I went to a murder mystery show a few weeks ago. And it
You're
was-
so downtrodden telling it.
fuck, it bummed me out, man. It was a great times. It was fun murder mystery. We were all the killer in the end.
Aw.
The real killer was the friendship we made along the way. We were sitting at the table with these two couples, and probably like their early to mid 30s. It was like a double date. They were from like Ladue, and at one point the woman sitting across from me just looked at me, looked at my hair, and said, "So you ever just walk around with a pick in your hair all day?" And I said no. Like a liar.
And then I was like, Mom.
I didn't want to give him satisfaction, but I 100% just walked around with, you gotta keep them curls ready, man. You don't know what's going to. It's cold outside. I gotta take the hoodie off and then get the hair back right and fix the shirt.
That would be really. I wish I could have hair to do that because it would just be comfortable. Just you'd be picking away all. It probably feels really good.
I just hate when stereotypes are dead on.
I know.
Like, ah!
I'm like, fuck you, Karen. But it was like, she nailed it.
Right.
Like, oh, there goes Travis High again. I'm just like,
I like how you lie.
I mean, yeah.
yeah, but still,
not-
that's not in that
that's
way.
you don't
why.
get to have this.
Yeah. You will not
People-
take this from me.
Always approaching me, just being like, "Oh, you're gonna have some gross overreaction to a very minor thing that happens to you." I'm like, "Yeah, okay,
Yeah, that's
that
pretty true.
happens. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
kinda-
part of the deal."
It is kind of me.
Yeah. That's
Speaking of
right.
St. Louis counseling services,
Right, stlouiscounseling.org. Check it out. And again, too, real quick, I just wanted to thank Molly Ambergy and check out her podcast, Casually Molly, because she did a kick-ass job last night hosting Happiest Hour at Sophie's and Free Comedy Thursday at Gastropet. Guys, we got Make It Racist to get into. We got a few different things we could break down. Gardner is champing at the bit.
Well, I wanted to show.
Chomping?
definitely.
Well, you got a little Terrell in you today.
I think champing's good.
I think
It's
champing's
definitely
actually
not.
correct.
No, it's chomping. It's like a bit, like a dental bit, like when they're drilling your teeth. You
Has
bite
anyone
down on
here
the-
besides me put a bit into a horse's mouth? That's right.
The answer
Foremost
is
authority.
it's once. It's once a segment now. Sam
Yeah,
threatens to
Sam
leave.
just leaves. He's had enough.
I've just got bad bones. I'm just stretching. I'm
That's
drinking
fair.
milk. If
I
anybody
would've-
can buy me some milk, that'd be tight.
I wanted to show Sam a video that we discussed earlier in the week. And I'm not quite sure what's happened with the teacher over the past several days, but I know that he was suspended at least
Yeah.
from his position for a little while. I
Is
don't
it
know
a-
where we stand right now, but for Halloween, he
Oh, so
decided.
it's a white teacher.
Yeah, it's a white
Okay,
teacher. He decided to dress up as
Probably something offensive.
Oh, yeah.
Common.
Okay, all right.
And he dressed up as Common and did this for his students. Let me show you this little video, Sam. Here you go.
Opportunities limitless, possibilities senseless. What will you do? Millions of people, not enough to eat. What will we do? With AI, Microsoft technology, the future is up to you. You can do it. With AI, the future will blow your mind.
Michael Scott's on line 2 saying, a bridge too far.
What?
That
What in the fresh hell was
the
the what?
the irony is, Common and I's skin tone's the same. He didn't need the brown paint.
David Carter, Milpitas High School.
I don't
Formerly
know.
of, or
No, he's suspended still.
Hell yeah.
He actually
With
he gave a
that's just
statement.
vacation, motherfucker.
News organization on Thursday that he was shocked by the reaction, but now realizes he went too far. Wants to return to work because my students need me.
Did he apologize for that god awful Common impression? 'Cause that didn't sound anything
AI.
like technology. Smooth. Ooh.
Common has
What the
like in those commercials he does, he has like a very recognizable cadence too.
Uh-huh.
Like then there's no.
And then that last verse he did, or that last lyric, he put a little extra on it too. You could
That's,
hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI, technology.
In the hands,
Ugh.
the hand movements.
On Thursday,
Like, if you're going to do that, I saw his hands. They were white. If you're going to do that, you should probably just go full Trudeau,
Trudeau.
Go full Trudeau.
Yeah.
and just commit to it. Don't half-ass it if you're going to get in trouble for something
Oh,
like
my
this.
God.
I mean, Trudeau had the detail around the fingernails, around the cuticles.
You almost
even.
sound like you admire him, Gardner.
I admire the commitment
Careful.
to something.
Okay.
I don't admire the cause or what
Live
he
for
was
something or fall for anything, I guess. I don't know. Every man's got to have a code.
well now
Your code is to be a steaming piece of shit. All right, more power to you,
doing. Right. It's,
Justin Trudeau.
it's something.
well now he's volunteered himself to have Common yell spoken word at him. Common himself weighed in.
Oh no.
Common said to NBC Bay Area, "I'd meet with him to educate him. He's a teacher. I'll break it down to him. It's a moment we can teach and learn from."
See, that was a really good comment.
See,
that was
and I didn't even have to put on blackface.
Didn't even have to put on.
Wasn't even necessary.
Come on.
I'm just glad we got Common's comment
When
on
you
it.
saw
Thank
that, you
guys.
didn't see the color of Travis's skin. You just saw the smooth dulcet tones of Common.
Uh-huh. I heard it.
You can't. Yeah, you can't see. All right.
What?
They said
'Cause I'm
apparently
colorblind.
one of the students say that they just told him to wash it off his face and allowed him to continue on with the day.
The students allowed him to continue.
No, the school.
Oh,
So
I
I
thought
guess
like-
one of
like
the
one of the
students
stu-
who graduated back in June had a Carter as a teacher for his senior year. Condemned the school and district response of making Carter wash off the offending makeup, but letting him continue to teach that day. District Superintendent Cheryl Jordan said in hindsight he should have been sent home immediately.
Like this happens once a week, and yet every time it happens, like it's handled wrong, and they're like, "Well, we were just so surprised that this would even occur. We didn't know how to react." Read the news, and you won't be
Is
surprised.
anyone
Right.
paying attention?
But that's the thing. I think that's what's a little bit more frustrating now, like to what we said
you're
about
teaching
it.
and you
You're a
have no
teacher. You
idea
have no
what's-
idea that this is not only about the history of blackface, but that it's going on in modern media and have been greatly discussed over the last 16 to 24 months. Like that's silly to me.
You think Justin Trudeau's not safe? You think because you teach 10th grade pre-AP history, you're gonna get a pass?
But it's to the
That's all I've got. I'm
no,
tired, man.
but no, it is. I don't blame you, my brother. I, do
I
not
gotta
blame
say
you
the
at all.
gas for making racist.
But to your point, yes, I just as a teacher, that's just embarrassing. Do better. You should, like I said, he should want to take the rest of the year off for just not being educated as a teacher. That's just insanely stupid. And just because you're a science teacher, an engineering teacher, doesn't mean you should not know how the rest of the world works.
Also, it's just a really avant-garde lesson plan. Like, it doesn't really have anything to do. I don't understand protons any better, Mr. B.
It's like he really wanted to do that. Just
He's
for,
really been
yeah.
looking for any reason.
I'm going to be honest. I think you two are just jealous of his flow.
That's probably
I'll
what it is.
body him on a modest mouth beat.
Oh.
who could be
Anytime,
performing at
anyplace.
halftime of a Billikens men's basketball game sometime in the near future.
Whoa! Look at that.
I've had no commitment from them at all,
We
but
got
I
not a
at least
response.
You gonna
broached
get
the
a-
idea.
you
Not
gonna
even a
accomplice
reply
that?
from an email.
You gonna get accomplice for that?
We might. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come check that out.
All right. Well, with this news happening, I think it's only natural we jump in to make it racist. It's the game where Travis and Sam point out the atrocities that are already in front of us. We just don't see them.
Just-
Well, it's
Too
very
white
clear
to
about
look
this
at 'em.
teacher that you guys aren't paying attention.
Come on.
So we need to continue to do the
Uh-huh.
work that we've been
Right.
doing because until you learn,
Right, you.
Me?
until you
The
learn,
royal.
until you learn,
Yes.
we're going to have to keep it going.
Okay.
All right.
It's time to make it racist.
I'm addressing the white elephant in the room. I'm breaking down the barriers of race by assimilation.
I wouldn't mind to have black neighbors.
That is racist as hell. It's raining little white women. My prayers have been answered.
Black women have the nicest asses.
If that ain't the whitest thing a white man has ever whited in his life.
You do not have to say African American, just say black.
Oh, well, in that case, you know what word I miss? Colored.
Don't let the liberal media tell you how to think and feel. If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
I'm racist as hell.
Deserved.
Honest to God, I want to submit that for a Marconi. Now, there has to be a podcast
can't.
category, right?
Well, I don't know. Marconi's strictly radio.
Strictly? Can we at least
What's
enter it
the-
for the iHeart Podcast Awards?
There
I
might
don't
be
know.
something else now. We can find something.
Okay.
We can start our own award show.
We should. We should.
Haven't you tried that before?
Like the Wallies.
Did you try that? Did you?
We learned putting together an award show is very difficult, especially when you don't have a filing system.
Yeah. Limited resources.
Limited resources.
Time,
Yeah.
And time.
effort, ability.
Effort, money, resources, means. It requires those things
Uh-huh.
to even put on a radio version of an award show.
You all right?
Lesson learned.
You all
My
right?
bad. I understand Fire Festival now. After going through that, I get it. I get why it was hard to bring
We
Lou
tried
Fest
to
back.
get Ja Rule.
We flew too close to the sun.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
All right, what do we have?
If you've got submissions, you can drop them in the comments, and Sam and Trav will try their damnedest to make them racist.
Try it. No, you need to do. Just
what
point
I'm
it out,
saying.
make it, highlight it.
It comes ready-made.
Yeah, I
Can
guess
I-
it's just kind of
Must be
already
an
there.
alarm
Sure
clock
knows.
right now, baby. About to get everybody all woke.
Can I offer one?
Go for
Because
it.
we just saw a teacher in blackface. What about whiteface?
All right, I'll kick it off because I did dress as Joker for Halloween a few years ago, and I got a few, I got pretty into it. I put on the clown face paint that's signature to the Joker's character, and I got a few comments like, "Heard the bird, that's racist, whiteface, taxation, theft." I don't, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Right, that's true.
And so what we've done is we've taken this beautiful expression for mimes and clowns everywhere alike.
Okay.
And because white America is so hard on to be a victim.
Yes. Okay.
Just looking anywhere, any crack or crevice they can find.
Oh, that's right.
Did you say
Cracker
crack?
and crevice.
I said crack or.
Oh, yeah, cracker or crevice.
Well, we
One
had
of
a fuck-ass cracker saying on the show yesterday, so
Fuck
what have
yes,
you said?
crevice and cracker. I'll come back
Crevice
to you
and
too.
cracker in the morning.
Crevice Terrell.
Crevice. Oh no, that's not gonna be good, Travis. I was trying to get a new nickname going for me last night. Mittens.
Shut the fuck up, Mittens. We're still on whiteface right now.
Wow.
And so they take this beautiful expression of art for these mimes and these clowns, like I said, and they just turn it. They plagued it and they defiled
Perverted
it.
it.
They perverted it. They
Yes.
spoiled a bunch, and they took something that was so pure and they put their white racist hands on it.
Very racist.
And so with a heavy heart,
Heavy. It's
but
always
an
heavy.
honest heart,
But it's honest.
I say whiteface.
Yes.
You racist as hell.
Wow.
Unless you're being a clown, because that's just a clown just wearing.
Clowning around.
Yeah, just clowning around.
That is racist as hell.
Always down to clown.
From the Triangle Assassin, make it racist. Ready? Free Starbucks holiday cups.
Nice in here. Go ahead and get started.
Come on.
See what happens. See, this is nice. See, you open this up.
What's in there?
You got now time for change.
Oh.
Change.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Oh.
See, this is what Starbucks is trying to spread every year.
Okay.
They trying to perpetuate homelessness. Now look how colorful this is.
It is
Now, as a
colorful.
homeless person, you would want to get one of these cups for your change.
That's gonna draw my attention. I'm probably gonna put some change in.
But
that
you
cup.
know, you're no longer motivated to go out here and find yourself a job, become
Right.
educated,
Oh.
get yourself a house, start a
Common-
family, contribute to
commonization.
your
Okay.
economy.
All
That's
right.
what it does. So
It's the
Starbucks is
crack
basically
epidemic
saying,
all over
hey,
again.
they basically trying to put sparkles and sprinkles on top of homelessness.
Right.
Stop glorifying homelessness.
Come on.
Thus, that's keeping black people where they
on.
are financially.
All right.
You know what I say to that?
What do you say?
These cups?
What?
Racist as hell.
Oh.
That is racist as hell.
I didn't want to. And you know what? You're right. We coming
Reverend
up on the
is speaking on a word this
and
morning.
it's the holiday season. I don't mean to come at the white folks like that today. I ain't even trying to come at y'all like that, but I got to.
If it's
I
there,
got
it's
to,
there.
man. It's there. It's there.
TikTok, make it racist.
TikTok. Yeah, you know what they trying to say. They know we have trouble with time. So they up here saying, TikTok, black man, time to wake up. That's why it's important for everybody to get woke. TikTok, you racist as hell.
That's the
all
best
it's
one
really
you've ever done.
All it's really
That
done
is
is just
racist as hell.
elevated the Kesha bullshit. Don't stop TikTok and
TikTok,
how she
TikTok.
appropriates and replicates black culture.
There it
and they made
is.
a goddamn app about it. There were too many black stars on Vine, so they had to kill Vine.
Oh, hey
in the
now.
room
Now
the
we can shake the
same way
table.
they
Now,
killed-
oh, boy.
FBI killed Martin Luther King.
Oh, boy.
J. Edgar Hoover's the devil.
Oh, here come the tables and shaking.
TikTok is racist as hell.
You see that? Yeah, take that. Yeah, take that. Take that. Oh, that was.
Did you say?
That's assault.
Did you say TikTok, black man? You're never on time. Because that might be a lyric in a song.
TikTok, black man, you never on time.
Kanye.
That's for y'all.
Tom Brown letting us know being a victim of is one of the few things we, as in Cox, I would assume, never quite been able to appropriate from other cultures, as well as things like rock and roll, jazz, etc. We need to work on that.
Tom knows what the fuck
You
is
know what
up.
time it is.
That is.
Go check out his shows on Saturdays at Apotheosis.
Gardner,
Nice.
you got another one?
I had one. Oh, what was I wanted to? The bus. The bus.
Oh, there's
So
no way you can
just
make
take it to the classic line from the Academy Award-winning film Crash, and the Lord and Savior of us all, Ludacris, King Chris Bridges.
Thank you. Shout out to Ludacris.
They put those big-ass windows on those buses to display all the black people, the minorities, and the disenfranchised who have to resort to public transportation going up and down the street. Hell no, I ain't taking no damn bus to no damn hockey game. The Kings... That's what he says to Lorenz Tate.
Why do you know
Have
all
you guys
this?
not seen Crash?
Well, we
Yeah,
had
I
seen
saw it
Crash. We didn't know
once,
to
and
the
that was
point
fine.
where we wanted to recite.
I own it. I can bring it
quotes
in. We can watch it
from-
sometime.
Well, that's
Wasn't
not
that
good.
an
I
overrated movie?
That was
Quite.
It
I
was
s- I
racism
celebra-
from a Scientologist's point of view.
I celebrate all
Who's
of
the
Brendan Fraser's work,
Scientologist?
by the
The
way.
director.
Do you know who it is?
Was a Scientologist. I forgot his name. He was in an episode of Entourage.
What? Who?
Entourage?
Entourage.
Entourage?
Entourage.
Okay.
That's how you say. That's Entourage.
The Born Entourage?
Entourage.
That is racist as hell.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
How dare you
I'm
say
sorry.
Entourage.
You're typical. See, they don't know. I lived in New
Don't-
York.
don't look at
I
him.
lived in New York. I'm part of the.
No, listen.
Yeah, I used to have me on stage.
We don't want to hear about your 2 months on a bench in New York. We don't want to hear about how a sewer rat made you shit your pants, Travis. We've heard the stories. We saw the 3-hour projector show you made us watch
Brendan
with your
Olsen.
authentic New York bagels.
Oh, that's so good, Sam. You gotta try one.
Apple butter, Sam, try it.
Gotta try it. That's
Schmear.
the same fucking bagel they got in Ladue, Travis. Go to hell, bro. God.
Fuck New York and their grid system.
Oh, no.
What Brendan Olsen say?
Brendan Olsen, I'm the least surprised Sam has that garbage movie memorized.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's
shot
why I kicked
fired.
him out.
Oh, dang. Dang. Oh, wow. Make it racist. Comedy roast shows.
See, back in the day,
No.
Yes,
a comedy
history-
roast show
a
that would
history
be
lesson.
actually roasted food. So we would not only roast each other, but we
Right.
would also feed each other.
Come
See,
on.
roasting ain't about just breaking your brother down. It's about building him back up. And you know what? And that's
Tenderizing
the
his
problem
soul.
with these roast shows today.
Here we go.
All they want to do is talk about your mama
Yeah.
and talk about your sister.
Right.
But they ain't got time
Uh-huh.
for freedom and liberty.
They ain't got TikTok.
They don't. And because of that, battle roast shows, you racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
That's why I love Sam.
I thought you were going to go with...
I was stumbling around third base.
I
And
got
Sam,
you. I'll bring it home,
third
baby.
base coach, like,
He's
I'm
the
not
D-
supposed to do this, but I'm going to pick you up. Make sure you get home.
I was gonna
I
say,
can be the anchor as long as the rest of the team is super fucking fast. You know what I'm saying? I got long legs.
he's the deacon and the preacher's stumbling just a little bit. Oh, let me get that.
Let me
for
get that
you.
for you, preacher. That's good.
The associate minister
Yeah.
coming up with the
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Travis, I thought you were going to go with, it's not just about breaking your brother down, it's about breaking bread, too. I thought you were going to go that route. I could be a black preacher.
You could. You're getting there.
Ludacris's street cred left the building when he died at the hands of Ryan Philippe. Says the black
Oh.
sheep.
Ooh.
Says the black sheep. Make it racist.
He doesn't die. Lorenz Tate. All right, I'm gonna come next week
Okay.
and school everybody.
All right.
We're recasting Crash.
Recasting Crash. Oh, God. I have to rewatch Crash. Oh, God.
I have
help
to
me
watch
now.
Crash.
Oh, God. No, you will not
Y'all
watch Crash
fucked up
before Black
now.
Panther.
Y'all-
You will not. No.
Y'all are fucked up now.
Damn it.
I said
I'm all
I'd
day
watch.
about Ryan Philippe. God damn.
I will watch Black Panther in February. I will watch it.
I think his eyes get bigger when he lies. Because every time he says in February, I think he thinks you cross your eyes instead of your fingers. Like I will watch Black Panther.
No, I
in
mean,
February. You know what we mean. I
I'm
ain't
just
watching
playing the
fucking
percentages here. I'm on borrowed time. I don't know if I'll be around.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
Make it racist. Battlehawks.
Don't make me do this.
Oh, no. Season ticket holder.
Cacaw? You mean cacaw? Yeah, is that
That is racist as hell.
Caucasian?
There you go.
I get the Cocktober thing. I never
Yeah.
could get the. All right. We did the XFL.
Yeah.
And now they want the Battlehawks, specifically you flying high, birds of prey, lording over the other, the superior team,
Yeah.
the master team.
Yeah.
Which let's out of character, they 100% are Battlehawks XFL 2020 champions. But you want to back in character. You want to fly high above the other teams, the other hardworking teams, and stake your dominion over something you haven't earned yet. There hasn't been a game yet. We haven't seen the talent yet. And because of that, Battlehawks.
What are they, man?
I can't say it. The Battlehawks are a beautiful institution.
They are. But you're racist as hell!
That is racist as hell!
Everybody get that smoke out here in these streets, baby. Everybody get that smoke. Sorry, Battlehawks. That's how it is.
You kind of backed
There
out
have
sometimes.
been a couple where they're just not compute. My software hasn't been updated.
You didn't when we gave you Rihanna, you didn't go in on that.
Goop doesn't register.
Yeah,
See, I just tried. Doesn't register. I don't know. It may be
Dead zone.
Yeah, something else.
Bermuda
Yeah,
Triangle.
that's losing the signal. It's kind of get bad. It get better here sometimes.
Tom Brown reminding us no one will be taking a knee during the anthem thanks to Vince McMahon.
I'm gonna take a knee now. You just said it. That's why I'm gonna run up on the field and take a knee.
That is racist as
I
hell!
don't know. Downtown St. Louis seems like a dangerous place to be taking knees. I
You
don't
know what?
about
That's my
that.
city, dog. That's my city.
The American
That's my
Convention
city.
Center?
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
bro.
You know what?
I don't know.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I'm gonna do it.
You know I got your back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like spirit, like
Okay.
in my heart.
Okay.
Like, metaphorically
You know what?
speaking.
I said, yeah, and not only do it, I'm gonna while they're doing the anthem, I am gonna make it racist. We're gonna have the music playing
All right.
at the same time as the anthem.
I wear my Kaepernick
And I'm gonna
shirt.
do a couple. Yeah, I'm gonna get my set in.
There you go.
I'm gonna get a set in. How long is the anthem? About 3 minutes. I'm gonna get a couple jokes in. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. No, yeah, I ain't gonna sit up here. That's my freedom.
It is your freedom.
That is my freedoms.
Oh boy.
Yeah. My name is Chris Denman.
Oh, no.
And I'm here to.
And it is also your freedom to be a coward.
Yeah, so, huh?
Which you were earlier this week too, by the way.
Oh,
you know.
are you talking to Chris Denman?
I
Or
wouldn't be
Travis
a real
Stroud?
American if I wasn't a coward at some point. I'm in roast mode. Yeah.
This is,
Come on.
Yeah.
all right.
That was
Everything's moving.
Yeah, you left me at an elevator with my arm
I
stuck in it.
did do that.
You ran
That was-
away.
That was not the most honorable thing.
Wait,
I did.
with your arms stuck?
He was about to turn
Yes.
into Jamie Lannister, and I was like,
Oh.
I ain't here for that. I ain't here for
He
that.
ran away.
I
ran
away.
to
It was
the
like
stairs.
it felt like a real life Final Destination situation. I was like, I can't be present for this.
Do you show us? Do you have both arms?
Look, thank
Okay,
you.
all right.
Well, white privilege talking.
Weird flex.
Some of my black friends I know, they grew up without hands because of the
That is
elevator
racist as
accident.
hell.
You still got your damn hands. Gardner, and your 2 hands, racist as hell.
What did I do?
So it's racist as
That
hell.
is racist as hell!
Thank you.
Okay. I don't think I did anything. I just tried to.
How about this one,
I
Sam?
tried to let us
Okay.
on the elevator together. I was trying to help both of us out.
You know what, Gard? I'm gonna set one up for you because you said you were on your way to being black, and I kind of agree. Chris Denman's backwards hat make it racist.
I can't.
Yes, you can. You can do
But
it.
the shirt he wore was offensive to everyone.
Oh! Well done.
Teacher
spin,
becomes a
good
student.
spin.
Student becomes a teacher.
Particularly middle school, because I would have embraced it.
Is it a bowling shirt? Is it from his uncle?
What
Like,
kind of
whatever.
print is that?
Yeah.
Do we make everything racist?
Everything's racist.
It's all racist. All your heroes are villains. Justin Trudeau can't come to the cookout.
Oh, man.
Damn.
That sucks.
Because
too.
his paint would melt off.
That was so. I need to go back and watch where we informed you of that
That was
because,
so upsetting.
like,
That was
yeah,
so upsetting.
your body like broke down, like you crumpled.
He was the goodest boy.
He was. He
He
was the
the
one.
chosen one. It was like Star Wars Episode 3 all over again.
He was. He was essentially. He was going to be like during the race war, our diplomat. Like we were going to be like if we had to recruit a diplomat that would be an ally. That when we had to, make treaties with the white race, he would be the one we were going to send.
You just didn't know he really wanted
He
to be
really
that
wanted to be that
diplomat.
diplomatic about it. It was like, oh, Justin. His name was JT. That good looking. Looked like he had a jump shot, had a bromance with Barack.
JTs don't do well. They all something gets them every time.
I don't know
Hits
why it
them
is.
with the knee.
That
Like
great
Derrick
hair.
Rose.
Great hair.
Still beautiful head of
But
hair.
I will say this about the blackface. It did show how amazing his skin is. I will point that out.
All right. That's
So,
fair.
I mean, if there was a silver lining in the brown skin.
Hard truths cut both ways. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. Very
Guys,
true.
we can't be burying parts of history like the American public education system
Okay.
has tried to do for years.
Okay,
The
okay.
Civil War was about states' rights.
Yeah.
There were no jobs in Africa,
That's
so we
right.
brought them over here. Texas 8th grade history classes You racist as hell.
Yeah,
Wow.
you racist as hell.
I got rid of the drop.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fuck.
You're racist as hell.
There you go. Oh, you're right though. Thanks for educating us, gentlemen.
Anytime.
Gardner, I thought you would enjoy this. One of your favorite college basketball coaches was just hired by the country of Greece.
Oh yeah.
Rick Pitino has been named
Oh.
the head coach for the Greece national basketball
He
team.
was coaching a club team over there last
Yeah,
year.
spicy meatball. Is it Greece? That's not Greece.
That's not
No.
They got the spicy gyro.
Are you just
There we
spicy
go.
lamb euro.
The spicy lamb gyro.
Are you doing
awful.
meatball because it's Patino?
Yes.
Yeah.
And because Patino.
He has a history in Italian restaurants
Yeah,
too.
he does. What was his nickname, Gardner?
I call him Pasta Prematura.
Oh, why so?
Because in court documents that I read, I almost took vacation when he was going through a court case just to go down to Louisville and watch what was going on there.
Louisville,
He
great city.
testified that he cheated on his wife, had an affair, sexual encounter with Karen Cipher inside of an Italian restaurant in Louisville. And
Does he always say it like that?
that's how you say it. That's how you say it. I learned that. And apparently, he said the entire encounter took 15 seconds and that it dribbled down his leg. However, she got pregnant and he paid for an abortion after that as well. So, pasta prematura. That's what
pretty
I've
good.
always gone with.
Pretty good.
So he was willing to say he had no timing
Yeah.
to make it look less like. Was that supposed to like make it look like less of a thing?
We were supposed to like feel bad for him.
Yeah,
think,
I guess.
And that was supposed to like overshadow his sins.
Yeah. He does that. He tries to deflect a lot.
Did the court documents actually say dribble down?
Did
leg?
they
That's
also
what he
say?
said.
Did they also say like
Because that's
why
what I
is this
said.
necessary?
He can never yell at a player for dribbling off his leg again.
Oh.
Hey, coach, I pulled a U.
Gardner's on one today.
He can never do that again. I kind of want to go to Louisville now and eat at that Italian restaurant if it's still around.
All right.
You just stare at the bathroom door while eating some pasta.
And just go to
That's
the,
amazing.
just go, I will not be having the cream sauce, sir.
No, just to
right.
say that joke.
Triangle.
What you go to Louisville for? The jokes?
Gardner really would spend
And-
$85 in gas if he were to do that. That'd be.
Have you ever had
Smart.
Have you ever had a hot brown in Louisville?
What's a hot brown?
Oh,
Sandwich.
it's this turkey dish. It's like an open face sandwich, a big piece of bread. They put the turkey down, cheese, tomato, and it's like a hollandaise cream sauce that goes over it.
Hollandaise cream.
I made one before.
Hollandaise cream's my new rap name.
And
Is that your new
it's
rap
something,
voice?
some creamy sauce. Oh, and they put bacon on it too.
Oh, okay.
I made one myself.
Okay.
In like the broiler of the oven. It is delightful.
Now you're talking daddy's.
But you go to the Brown. I think it's the Brown Hotel
Okay.
that originated.
Why is he gonna
Hot
be Brown
brown.
Hotel?
Is that's the name of it?
Triangle Assassin says, "Why does Sam have to bring up the great country of Africa?" Am I right, Trav?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What?
you right?
Trav said the country of Africa yesterday.
Misspoke.
Crevice.
Oh, it made me so happy. Oh,
Crevice and crackers in the morning,
Jesus Christ.
5 to 9 a.m.
Every day in Pawnee.
oh man. All right. I'm tired of talking to you guys. What's going on? What do you have going on, Sam? You got anything left for Flyover?
Yeah, we got 2 more days of Flyover Comedy Festival down the Grove. I'll be hosting the open mic at Handlebar from 5 to 5:30, and that mic goes on until 7. So if you want to come out and tell some jokes, sign up will start at 4:45. So many great shows left today and tomorrow. Go to flyovercomedyfest.com. We still got Kyle Kinane, Joe Kim Booster,
Ian Edwards.
White Woman Improv, Kenny DeForest, Game Day. So many great improv teams are going to be at the shop. Just come up and down the Grove, hang out with us. We'll have a shuttle running up and down to all the venues tonight and tomorrow. Tonight afterwards, karaoke party at the improv shop. Tickets still available for many shows.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yes,
I highly
Caw-caw.
recommend that. Check that out.
Comedy.
Gardner, anything before we get out of here?
No, I'm good.
We're going to do a 2-hour break, and then Dana Gould's going to come in. So we got another conversation to have today. Big thanks to Sam for coming in. Big thanks to Heather McDonald.
What?
Thanks to all the Flyover folks and everybody for supporting our 3 comedy shows we
Get your
had
bids
last
in
night.
now.
Get your bids
This
in. We're going to
cup.
be taking those online. Big thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks, everybody. We're back in 2 hours with Dana Gould.
Hey.